Is the Senate under attack and under threat? Let's ask Senator Erwin Tulfo, who joins us via phone now. Welcome back to the big story, Senator Tulfo.
Good evening.
You're on air, Senator. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Now, let's zero in on the Senate threat. What do we expect to happen tomorrow? Because speculation is rife that there are going to be actions against the government tomorrow?
Well, actually, me and Acting Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian, together with Senator Mig Zubiri and Senator JV, we just flew back from Jensen this afternoon. According to Acting Senate President Gatchalian, nagpa-augment na ng forces like PNP and members of the AFP for tomorrow, the Senate, in and around the Senate, in case there are any unforeseen events set. So naglagay na ng additional forces, and then the Senate is in lockdown right now dahil wala namang pasok bukas also. So walang dahilan para may pumasok ika nga na senador. So naka-lockdown siya.
Pero credible po ba itong mga bantahan na ito?
May narinig namin yan na unang nagbigay sa amin ng intelligence info was the National Bureau of Investigation during our Blue Ribbon hearing. Tapos may ilang mga info pa na natanggap ang senior members ng majority bloc, sina Senator Win, Senator Mig. They've been receiving information, and also Senator Ping and Tito Sen receiving information nga na may maaring mangyaring gulo, so we have to be prepared. Kaya Senator Gatchalian the other day requested additional forces from the PNP and the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
We appreciate you talking to us kahit nakararating nyo lang from General Santos. Can you give us your assessment of the help that's being received by the quake-hit victims?
Very talagang grabe yung pinsala, says very wide and enormous. As according to Sarangani Governor Pacquiao, to their estimate, initial pa lamang, it's like almost 1 billion in damages, like wharf and bridges and a lot of buildings damaged by the quake. Aside from, of course, houses that were destroyed by the quake. Kaya nga naabutan namin isang evacuation center sa kanina. The barangay chairman was telling us where we were expecting na punong-puno yung evacuation center, but the chairman explained na during daytime they go back to their homes, and then nighttime that's where they sleep in the evacuation centers kasi nga may mga aftershocks pa.
Pero marami pa pong nangangailangan ng tulong at nagrereklamong nagkukulang na ang kanilang supply ng pagkain at tubig. Did you see that there?
No, actually, may mga nakita tayo when we arrived at Sarangani. Bigyan nila kami na around 2,000 bags of 5 kilos each to be distributed. We turn it over, coming from a private entity that was given to the Senate for distribution, and then another 1,000 sacks of rice also from the Senate. Plus, there will be additional coming from our funds, from the Senate funds, to purchase more food for both provinces, the Sarangani and Jensen.
Do you see the need for a special session to address, what has happened there in Mindanao?
Hindi naman, Ses. I don't think so. According to Senate Pro Tempore Gatchalian, we don't need that. Yung special session siguro, depende when if we get the numbers next week. Pero for special session, to call a special session to fix this problem dito sa nangyari earthquake. I don't think so. I think we have sufficient funds naman, the DSWD and the DPWH. We are confident kasi nga kami nila Tenwin ang naglagay ng budget dyan. I believe DSWD has enough funds pa to help our kababayan in those areas.
Senator, kung bantay sarado ang Senado, hindi naman napigilan yung pag-deface ng Senate website.
I know. Okay. We were informed we're on our way na to Jensen. So when we landed, there were already texts from Senate staff, especially to Senator Win, na ayun na nga na-hack yung website namin, the Senate. So immediately, binaba yun and under maintenance right now. I believe the DICT is also helping at this very moment. We got the message actually, Tess. We got the message, whoever that is, na accountability. That's what we're doing actually. Na, kaya nga, and, it's just unfortunate na hindi talaga makapag-umpisa the Blue Ribbon Committee kasi we haven't organized yet, Tess. To be able to organize it, yung Blue Ribbon, kailangan mo na idaan sa plenary, to elect the chairman, vice chairman, and then its members. Hindi naman basta-basta na maghihiring ka na lang without completely bringing it to the floor. So our plan, para wala ng gulo, lahat na lang ng members ng Senate, majority, minority, will be members of the Blue Ribbon para everybody can join.
So the whole Senate.
Exactly, Seth. Exactly. Actually, the members lang supposed to be like around 17, including the ex-officios, the Senate President, minority leaders. Well, dahil 17 na lang, that's just 5 more, just 22 of us. So, might as well ask everybody to join, including the minority. So, everybody na, wala na exemption. They can come, join here, ask questions. They can also vote. So that's our plan na buuin itong Blue Ribbon. Everybody's invited. Everybody's member.
You don't then have to hold a plenary session to hold a hearing, in other words.
We still do, Seth. Pero yung what I'm saying is like yung pagbuo nito, we still have to go to the plenary. Pero it's like a formality now kasi everybody's a member na. So bagaman lahat kailangan pa rin dumaan sa plenary kasi nga yun ang sa rules kasi like mga committee chairmanship, it has to be announced on the floor who will be the chairman, who's the vice chairman, and the members.
Okay.
But dito sa Blue Ribbon, everybody is a member na. So yun ang gagawin natin.
Okay. So now let's move on to the impeachment trial. Is it correct that Senator Chis Escudero may be the presiding officer and not the Senate pro tempore or acting President Win Gatchalian?
We're still talking about that, and I believe sometime next week the Senate majority will be meeting to talk about it, to discuss who will be the trial manager. That's what we call it here. Trial manager, if it will be another person, if it will be a Senate pro tempore Win Gatchalian. So pag-uusapan pa yan, Ses, then decision as a whole by the majority kung si Senator Chis nga magiging trial manager.
But is it correct to assume, Senator, na kapag nakakuha na kayo ng additional 1 or 2 senators, then a special session can be called by Malacanang to formalize?
Definitely. Yes, so that we can elect a Senate President. 1 or 2, the 2 would be better. So, but for now, medyo we're still waiting. Medyo hindi pa malinaw. But hopefully, yes, before the trial begins in July, we'll be able to get kahit 1 lang para we'll have a Senate President na. And we're taking the word of former Senate President Cayetano na sabi niya pag naka-13 then bababa siya. So we're just waiting for 1, and then we're taking his word na he will step down once we get the 13.
All right. Bukas po, ano bang balak ninyo sa Independence Day, Senator?
Well, rest lang muna siguro, Seth. And then ako personally will have to go through yung I have already received yung mga documents, mga pieces of evidence, documentations from the House prosecution. Paano lahat kami binigyan ng mga judges. So I just look over it hanggang saan ko pwedeng basahin. Para kasing parang dalawa o tatlong boxes kami ng mga papeles. So I
Okay,
just
so
have to
mag-aaral
try
muna
to
kayo.
read. Tomorrow, says this will be the time to study while we're on break.
That makes me heave a sigh of relief because ibig sabihin wala kaming dapat katakutan bukas na may mangyayaring D-stab.
Well, actually, I mean, sabi ni Senator Sherwin, he already asked the police assistance, so we're expecting there will be more police officers on the ground tomorrow outside the Senate or on the Senate kasi sarado naman yung mga gates and then the Senate itself and then additional members probably from the Armed Forces of the Philippines just in case. We heard that, yung mga destabilization na yan, parang ika nga, yan yung rallying point nila. So, we'll wait and see. Pero wala namang pasok. I don't know kung itutuloy nila. I hope not, Tess. We already have a lot of problems. Sunod-sunod na political problem. We have, and then meron pa tayong itong nangyayari sa Mindanao na those people there need our help here in Manila, the legislative, the executive. So, sana nga, pakiusap ko dala siguro doon sa mga kasamahan ko sa other side, sa minority. Please help us out, come to work, and then we really appreciate it, your presence there, so that we can just work together. Kahit na minsan lang, maayos lang natin itong problema, matulungan lang natin mga taga Mindanao. Kawawa naman.
Thank you for talking to us, Senator Erwin Tulfo.